Welcome to Boond Soch ki TTalk Train of Thought. In each and every episode, we try and bring some of a story of a leadership, of an entrepreneur, and of a young achiever. Today, we are having with us Mr. Pankaj Sharma, who is the country head of MGID India. Sir, welcome to TTalk. In fact, it's a story of Pankaj Sharma. We'll try and know from him how, like being a country head of MGID India, he has started his career with SD, Pudari, then Planman, Fever 104 FM, Times Internet, Zirka, and with MGID as a country head now. Let me also introduce Mr. Pankaj Sharma. He has been into the media industry for over a decade, and across the verticals like digital, radio, and the print advertisement. His core areas are digital marketing, mobile marketing, social media, programmatic, influencer marketing, content marketing, and native advertising. He is a marketer, a strategic thinker, personally analytical, and holistic view of an industry because of his experience. He built and implemented the successful media campaign and the strategies and have created a valuable media propositions for a various brand. And to know Mr. Pankaj Sharma, I think he had got a various recognitions, awards throughout his career, like a disciplined person, a professional, a dedications, and the attitude towards the toughest challenges. A strong resource person, Mr. Pankaj, full of an energy, of fresh ideas, and great with numbers and the vast knowledge across the functional area. Let it be sales, let it be marketing, finance, alliances, partnership. So here on TTalk platform, today we are having Pankaj Sharma, country head of MGID India. So welcome once again back to TTalk, Boond Soch ki. It's a very, if you will see your graph which is there from where you have started and where you are today, like. So on this platform, we would like to listen to your story right from your childhood, because that's what this platform is all about. We all at certain point of time, at particular age, we are confused what to do in a career. So your story, if it goes to the audience, will connect to them in your own way.
Thank you so much for inviting me to the TTalk Ek Boond Soch Ki. The idea itself is very, different from the existing talk shows, and this gives you a platform to share your experiences. And once again, I will like to, appreciate your efforts in building something of this sort, a platform for the people, for who are thriving for motivation, who are thriving for a direction. Because it's very difficult to get a direction or sort of a path which one can walk through.
Yeah. And
this platform can act as in that platform, because the motivation can come from anywhere and anyone.
Okay. The exciting journey to what we have seen. So during your college days, what was there in your mind when you started your career, So can you tell our audience, please?
So during, as you mentioned about my childhood, in childhood I was a very different individual. Like I had a lot of enthusiasm. I was very disciplined, and I don't know why I wanted to be the best in everything whatever I do. So the one thing which was there in me, that if I'm doing something, I win or I lose, that doesn't matter. But I want to give my 200%. And the other thing was that even though I know that I'm not very good at it, I would like to observe someone doing the same thing and try to replicate and try to learn, or try to do the same exactly. And it led to various instances wherein I was unsuccessful, and sometimes you can be like, and someone can bully you for all those things. So it was a very different. And during the college days when I started my career, I always wanted to become something very big. I have those kind of dreams of constantly achieving something. Like every day I will keep in task for me that I need to learn something new. And I was not of the very bright student. So during my education days, from being an average student to being the managing director and of a company to an CEO or to the country head, and being a gold medalist of KJ Somaya, Management Institute of Triple M batch. So there's a quite diverse thing which happened to me over time. And if you talk about my previous education, I was a very average student. I was always scared of mathematics. And being from Himachal, you have like Hindi as in other language, English is there, and there was a Marathi which started in the sixth standard. Fourth standard is generally, and then in sixth standard. So writing was like Hindi and Marathi was similar, but you have a lot of challenges in Marathi initially, but later on those were fulfilled. But eventually, while coming to college, I was one of the brightest student in terms of accountancy and taxation. I don't know from where I had so much of interest into accountancy and taxation.
और वो भी एक बार जो आपने कहा था like mathematics में आपको डर लगता था, but आज आपको जो भी taxation और इसके बारे में finance में ज़्यादा जाना जाता है, तो एक डर आपके मन से निकल गया.
So there's a story behind it. There was an that question mark that I'm not very good into finance, or I'm not good with numbers. I trained myself. I have actually gone through so many books and so many other videos also at a later stage, and I have developed my mind to crack someone. If someone will say that what is the 20% of 8,000, my mind will be able to tell very quickly that what is the percentage, because the mind has been trained, and there is so much of effort that has been put up to achieve or to be at a level where you are today. So it's one thing is that never be afraid of the fear. Use that fear to go to the next level. That fear can be a game changer. So don't look for motivation outside. That fear that I might fail, that itself gives you a motivation to go to the next level. You need to put. कहते हैं डर के आगे जीत है, like डर के आगे जीत है. And the day. डर से क्यों डरते हो आप? डर से डरना नहीं, डर के साथ चलो, and उस डर को इस्तेमाल करो to go to the next level. And in terms of preparation which goes through, the day you achieve something, you will feel that now this is altogether a different world you have been in.
Okay. In fact, like normally, what we have gathered through and research, like when you were in college, it was a teaching and learning process. Take tuitions for these students, like in certain area, like that's what we have recollected from the research. So how you could manage, like even giving it back to a society, or talking, clearing certain doubts as the students which are concerned.
So my mother used to say that the दान, सबसे बड़ा दान होता है विद्या का दान. Okay, so this is something, if you can't give money to someone, but if you are giving education to anyone, that will solve a purpose. And it's a two-way process. If you have to teach someone, you have to learn yourself. You have to be an expert. You have to prepare in order to give that knowledge to other people. So I used during my college days, I used to use it as an tactics of practicing whatever I used to learn. I used to actually teach to the other friends and my classmates, and that's how I developed expertise into those subjects, especially accountancy, taxations.
Was any mentor for you, or you were self-driven?
So if you say the fear or the interpersonal, there was a person who was within me who was always trying or pushing to go to the next level. And I was from the start, it was like an self-driven person, and always I am. So whenever I feel tired, or when I feel that something is not going right, I just try to sit back and try to have a different perspective on the same thing. There's a theory called as 6 thinking hats, that whenever you are into a situation, okay, which is not under the control, try to think as if actually you are doing it. Try to think as a devil's advocate. Try to think it as a professional. So there are different thinking hats that needs to wear and to come out with a solution. Because the problem is there, the best solution, you only knows that what is the best solution for it.
So now आपने 6 thinking hat के बारे में जो कहा, like down the line, once we go through your episode, like we'll just get more into the detail of your 6 thinking hats. Now, how you manage your self-doubt many a times at particular age, like once you're there at the college and the school level, how you manage your self-doubt, like मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ, मुझे इसका डर है. How you manage your self-doubt, like?
So I give you instance during my the professional career. There was a time when I have got a boss. He used to be like a micromanager. He was a perfectionist. I can say that whatever you do, he will try to figure out a problem in whatever the work you have done. And there was a time when I started getting a feeling that I'm good for nothing. I used to be very low, low on confidence. In fact, today I'm speaking so fluently, or over the years, but there was a time when I was even afraid to express my thoughts.
In fact, that's the thing what we have seen in today's scenario. Many of the people, like at the initial stage, we have a stage fear and we get fear by talking to somebody. Probably it can be because of lack of a knowledge. But how you have overcome those kind of a fear factor? Can you please share with our target audience, please?
So, taking the same example about my boss, what I used to do is like I have to do a lot of research, and I used to work overtime. Like I was the first person to be in the office. Everyone will come to office by 9:30, 10 o'clock or whatever. I was the one person who was first to come to the office and possibly second last or third last or even last at times to leave the office. So whatever problems which comes in, I try to tackle those problems with the extra energy, with lot of hard work and research, and over time with the knowledge, expansion of knowledge, and how to train yourself to communicate better. So somewhere communication starts in your home also, wherein when you are with the parents, with your wife, the communication plays a very important role.
But tell me one thing, like when you were in college, many a times it so happen like teachers, they pushes you, even your parents, like they'll push you, pad, ye kar, wo kar, and many a time it's do you think that's required, or how you went ahead with the things
So when you are like a kid, that pressure, the peer pressure or the pressure which comes from your parents or teacher, any student will get bogged down. But there is one important thing: never get bogged down with the heavy books or loads of books. Try to get the essence, the knowledge. That can be a differentiator for you. The knowledge which comes in, I don't want to read so many thousands of pages, but I'm more interested in that what is there in that knowledge.
Some insights.
Can that be a life lesson? Can that be a sort of knowledgeable thing which can be useful, not now but at a certain later stage? So somewhere having that kind of pressure can create a lot of issues for you, because you will feel, because you are into a rat race from the start of your schooling, that someone is coming first, you are coming the last. If you come last, you're gonna be dead. There is nothing that is gonna happen. You will not have any career choices. But don't get into rat race. But everyone is unique.
But initially I think you were the average student, and then you picked up very fast, so what was your feeling at that time when somebody was good, as far as the intellectual level was concerned during that period,
So I had a belief that which was told again by my first guru, which is my mom, that if you find something good in someone, try to learn that good thing. So whenever someone was good at something, I used to ask him, can you teach me? Can I learn? Or if that person is reluctant to teach, because in corporate world, in today's world, every one of us have in fear that if I teach this thing to my subordinate, he might eat away my job. That is a kind of insecurity we all might have at the initial stage of the career. But I believed in learning from this. If they are not directly teaching, try to observe and try to do those things. So that can be a differentiator. And there is no shortcuts. There has to be a new definition which is called as smart work. Hard work versus smart work, both put together will take you to places. Just doing hard work without using your brains will not lead you anywhere, but having a combination.
It's very interesting, Mr. Pankaj Sharma. You're at the initial stage. We know we all are confused. There are a lot of stress which are there, and the way you have gone ahead with your life in a self-disciplined way, you are self-driven, never had any mentor at a particular point of time. Mr. Pankaj Sharma is going to be with us in our next episode. So please tune on to TTalk, Ek Boond Soch Ki, and watch out for Mr. Pankaj Sharma in the next episode on TTalk. Thank you very much.